Good morning, friends, and happy Thursday. Today is hopefully our last day here. It is about 10:40 in the morning, and I just now took a shower, and I'm sitting down and getting myself together and ready for the day. I kind of woke up this morning and my vertigo has been bothering me ever since I woke up this morning and went to the bathroom and went back to bed. It's not as bad as it was when I was in Chicago, but it is like there. So like quick moves, bending over, I just kind of sitting here, I feel a little dizzy, but like I said, it's not as bad as it was in Chicago, where I just needed to lay down, and I was sick that day when I was in Chicago. I haven't yet gotten to the point here that I am super dizzy, you know, and where I'm sick, but I am dizzy. So that because of that, I decided that I was not going to drive Brian to work or to the place today, and I just let him drive, and I just said, you know, I'm gonna end up staying in most of the day today because of that, and I just don't feel comfortable driving. I'm trying to plug this into my little light here, and I just don't feel comfortable driving. So that is where we're at. However, if they call about my car today before Brian gets back here, then it is a possibility that I will have them come pick me up and take me to go get my car. It's about 30 minutes north of here on 95, so if I have to, I will. Which brings me to the other part of the subject of today, my car. Being that it's our last day here, hopefully, we are hoping that my car will be ready, and we can continue to go on with our regularly scheduled plans. Because as of right now, like if they don't call me by say 4, I am gonna have to call them and find out what the deal is, because I know that they close at 6, and he said they're hoping to have it done by end of day today, and that's what he said yesterday. So the end of day today. If not, then I have to make the arrangements to stay here one more night, and extend our rental. So anyway, that's the gist of it. And if we have to extend it, we will. I don't want to, but if it's something that we have to do, obviously we'll do it. Because I definitely like don't want to leave here without my car. So basically, I'm just gonna sit here and get myself ready and hope that my vertigo settles down a little bit. It's so funny because I did the exercises that the ENT told me to do, and so I laid at the edge of the bed with my head hanging off to the side, and I thought possibly that would help and maybe put that crystal that's in your ear, they say, back in its spot. But I don't know. And then I thought, well, maybe a hot shower, you know, just kind of moving around like that just a little bit might help. Hot shower felt great. I don't know so much if it helped or not, but it did feel good. Hold on just a second. Alrighty, I needed to change my battery in that, and I wanted to fill up my water. So okay, so yeah, that's what's going on today. And then tomorrow, hopefully we're gonna leave for Athens, Georgia, and be hanging out with our friends this weekend, because that's the plan. It's just one of those things where Like, seriously. I'm just ready to go home. I mean, I'm also excited about going to visit our friends this weekend, but I'm also just ready to go home. And then in 3 weeks from now, which is going to be Thanksgiving-ish, we are going to be in Indiana for the holiday. We are meeting Brian's parents there in a town called Santa Claus, Indiana. And we're going to be meeting his parents there. We're staying in this like cabin, and then having dinner and stuff with Brian's cousin Lisa and her husband, and Brian's aunt and uncle, which are her parents. Brian's dad's brother and his sister-in-law. So that's where we're going to be for Thanksgiving, and then we'll come back, and then we'll be ready for Christmas, and then we turn around and leave for our cruise, which I am super excited about. I was actually watching Kyle Palo. Excuse me, I have the hiccups now. I was actually watching Kyle Palo the other day, and he was on his cruise, and he's on Oasis of the Seas, I believe, and we're gonna be on, oh my gosh, I can't remember the name of our cruise ship. Jewel of the Seas, I think. And I'm excited about it, and I got really super excited. And last night when Brian and I were at dinner, I had told Brian, I'm like, do you realize in like 56 days, it's actually 55 now, that he and I are going to be leaving for our cruise? And I am very, very excited about that, because I just love cruising. There's just something about like getting on a cruise ship, all the excitement, the week ahead. So I'm very excited about it. And this time we're going to be on one that is on New Year's Eve, you know, type of celebration. So I'm excited about a New Year's Eve, you know, a New Year's Eve cruise. Then the next day we'll be in Key West. So we're supposed to be meeting Brian's cousin, who actually lives in Key West. Hopefully that day, if he's not busy, because he works at the hospital. So so hopefully if he's not busy, we're gonna go meet him. I also have in November, I'm gonna be, as soon as I get back, we have my family Thanksgiving at my house on the 17th, which I'm looking so forward to. Because I actually like to pull my entire family together, and we like to just kind of do a little celebration, because everybody's going to be kind of doing their own thing, going their separate ways for Thanksgiving this year. And I just kind of wanted to pull everybody together for the holiday and do our Christmas drawing. So we draw names for Christmas. I think I've talked to you guys about this before. But so we will be doing that, and I'm excited about that. Yesterday when I was at TJ Maxx here in town, that place was so busy. Like I told Brian last night, I'm like, I cannot believe that place was so busy. And not only was it just busy, it was just kind of chaotic and hectic, because the employees were putting out all of the Christmas decorations and decor and Christmas items, and there was also tons of people shopping, and I'm like, goodness gracious, don't these people work? Oh my gosh. But anyway, they had some cute items. The only thing that I did get while I was there was I got kind of like what I did last year with the drawing of the names. I got these little cute Christmas shaped cards, and I put everybody's name in the card, and then, you know, if you drew that card, that's the person's name you get. So I did that this year with the cards, and this year I got Peanuts, Charlie Brown Christmas, and I love Charlie Brown Christmas, so I just thought it was kind of cute because it got the whole gang on the front, and I just kind of thought that was cute. So I'll do the same thing with that, and I will have the drawing, and everybody can draw names, and yeah, go from there. I'm excited about that. I like drawing names, even though I still did get everybody a Christmas gift this year. Everybody's Christmas gift is completely bought. And that is definitely one of those items where you want to add to your Christmas list of things to get for somebody. I think that this Christmas gift is like one of the top best Christmas gifts ever. We bought one for ourselves this past year, and it's that digital camera, or excuse me, digital photo frame that you leave sitting, you know, in your living room or whatever. And it kind of plays photos all the time as you're like all day long. And I think that is like one of the best gifts that you can get somebody. And I knew immediately after I got mine that I was going to get one for everybody for Christmas this year. So everybody is getting one for Christmas this year that is on my list. So like my mom and my dad, my aunt, my uncle, my sister, her husband, my nieces and their husbands, my kids, all of them are getting one of those photo frames. And I'm hoping that they, like my brother and them, I don't think that they have Wi-Fi, so I'm hoping that it works off of like a hotspot or something. I don't know how those work, but we'll figure it out. And I'm just hoping that it works for them because it's such a great like gift. And I just love looking at the pictures like that come through all the time. So I think like a digital photo frame is like a great gift to get. This is not even one of those gift guide videos, but I'm just telling you what I think is a great gift right now. And that's what I would get as like for like a couple. I mean, you can get it for anybody, I guess, but like I'm getting it for my mom and dad. I think, you know, and I think that they'll just absolutely love it because we can put we can upload all these like family pictures on there, all of their grandkids, all of the fun things, and I'll have to show them how to do it. I'll have to download the app for them, which again, that's always a fun thing to try to explain to them because they just don't get it sometimes. I wish they would like get it, but they don't. And I was going to get Brian's mom and dad one too because I know that they would probably really enjoy it, especially if it's in their living room and they can just, you know, look at pictures all the time. But they're another one that just doesn't have Wi-Fi. My mom and dad don't have Wi-Fi. And it drives us crazy because my mom and dad totally need to get Wi-Fi because, you know, we're over there and we need to have the Wi-Fi when we're there. And they need the Wi-Fi because my dad plays these little games and it uses all their bytes, my mom says. My mom calls them bytes. I think it's funny. But yeah. So I was watching and I was reading the other day too. I don't know if you guys, I was watching Poltergeist yesterday and I had read that in the movie Poltergeist, the original one back from the 80s, they used real skeletons in that pool scene. So if you guys haven't seen Poltergeist yet, and you guys aren't afraid to watch something like that, go watch that movie. Great movie, especially for its time, like in the 80s. It scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. Obviously it made you terrified of clowns, it made you terrified of trees, made you terrified of touching the TV when it was fuzzy. Just like all the things. But I read that they used real skeletons in that pool scene. And so I looked it up yesterday and I was reading about it. And sure enough, they said that they literally did use real skeletons in the pool scene. And there were 13 of them and they came from India. And so yesterday when I was watching it and it came to the pool scene, how in the world, I mean, what? And the people at the time did not know that they were using real skeletons. They said because back then making rubber ones was way too expensive and they couldn't afford it in the budget of making the movie. But that's just how, like, they said how cursed that movie was. So let's not forget the little blonde girl who also played in the movie Poltergeist. She actually died. And of course then the little Tangie or whatever her name is, Tangelina or whatever her name was, Tangie, I can't remember her name, but anyway, she actually has died too, but I don't think it like anything sinister. I think she just died from like old age. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know that that little girl died. Don't know what she died from. I think she had some type of a disease or something. But yeah, that was always, that movie scared the crap out of me as a kid. The one movie that has scarred me for the rest of my life, and I don't really particularly care to watch it now, but it won't bother me if I did, is the movie Carrie with Sissy Spacek, like the original one. And I do believe so Sissy Spacek was in that. I think John Travolta was in it too. That movie terrified me as a kid, and I watched it one time at a birthday party. So, and the birthday party was at my friend Kim's house, the one that lives in California. It was at her house when she lived in Illinois. And we had a birthday party, and we were over there, we were watching movies, and that movie literally scared me so bad. I was terrified, which is so funny. But I mean, as a kid, that type of stuff is terrifying. And of course, being raised the way that I was raised, being raised in the religious community, religious family, that type of stuff was just like frowned upon. It was like forbidden. And of course, I thought immediately I was going to hell because of it. But yeah, that movie terrified me. And I'm not like a big fan to like watch it right now, but I do love scary movies. But that one right there, just, one of my favorite movies to watch, as in like scary horror movie. And I don't even really think it's a scary horror movie, but it is. It's a Stephen King, and it's Christine. I love the movie Christine. I think it's such a cool movie. I love the car in Christine. I hate that they ruin the car in Christine so many times, but it's just such a cool movie, and I really, really like it. That was on yesterday too, before Poltergeist was on. That's something that I watch like throughout the spooky season too, is Christine, because that's just a good movie. I like it. It's funny because as a kid, my dad watched that a couple times, and it kind of scared me as a kid too. And every time I would see a car like that, it would just freak me out. But of course, you know, growing up, you realize that's not real. A car can't do that. A car can't like wreck itself and then make itself better again. But let me know if you guys have ever heard of the story of the real skeletons in Poltergeist, if you guys have ever seen Poltergeist, and if you guys have ever watched the movie Christine, and if you like it or not. And what are some of your like favorite like scary movies or horror movies? Brian and I watched a ton of them in the month of October. So many that I can't even like remember. But we did watch The Watcher. That was a really popular show on Netflix in the month of October. It still might be, but that was a good one. That was based on a true story, I guess. Let's see, I can't remember what else we watched, but yeah, those were some good like scary movies. After this one, this is called What Lies Beneath. This is like with Michelle Pfeiffer and the guy from Star Wars and Indiana Jones. I can't remember his name. It's at the top of my mind, but I can't think of it. And I'm not a big fan of him. He's kind of like arrogant, but whatever. Anyway, I like Michelle Pfeiffer though. But nonetheless, that is on right now. And then after that goes off, Indecent Proposal comes on. And I like Indecent Proposal. That's a good movie. Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson. That's a great movie. It's so funny. I saw that movie when I lived in Fort Lauderdale when it came out. I saw it at the movie theater. I think I probably went with myself. No, I think I probably went with my sister. It was a good movie. I still like it to this day. I think it's a good movie. That's a, you know, to be offered $1 million for one night with that guy in the movie. Have you guys seen Indecent Proposal? And you are struggling, you are broke, you have no money, you're about to lose everything. Would you allow that to happen? I mean, in an instance, would you do that? Would you do that? That's the question, you know? How crazy would that be? And then what does it cause a problem? Will it cause a problem? I mean, if you see indecent proposal, you'll see that it causes a problem. But morally, I don't think that I could, because, you know, I love my husband way too much to do something like that to hurt him. Even if he was in agreement with it, I just don't. And if he was in agreement with him, I'd be worried about why he's in agreement with it. I don't know. Anyway, that's a good movie too, though. Such a good movie. So like right now while I'm sitting here, I'm not feeling so like dizzy. My head feels a little like pressury tight. It might be sinusy thing. My ear isn't exactly 100% yet either. That could be causing some of the problems, my ear infection that I had. Brian, yesterday he said he woke up and his ear is kind of like ringing and bothering him. And I said, well, I guess when we get back, I'm gonna have to make an appointment for him to go in to see the ENT as well. And he's like, well, don't make it now because I don't know what my schedule is. I'm like, well, I do know what your schedule is for like next week, so I could do it and we could schedule it for like Monday, but don't know. But anyway, alrighty, so I am done with getting myself ready as far as makeup goes. And now I'm putting everything away. And see, my head just kind of feels so tight and like pressury. Oh, that's so annoying. But anyway, all right, so I'm gonna go and I'm gonna get my hair done, and yeah, I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. I will let you guys know. So this little bag that I got from Ulta the other day, this actually fits everything that I bring with me as far as makeup goes inside of here, including my makeup remover wipes. So everything is actually in this little thing, and it's actually really great. So I'm really happy about it. It fits perfectly like in my suitcase, and like I said, it holds everything that I need. It would actually even hold my little towel that I use as well, because sometimes I don't put my makeup remover wipes in there because I keep them in the bathroom so I can take my makeup off at night. So oh yeah, so okay, with that being said, I'll check back in with you guys a little bit later. So I'm still here at the hotel. I'm still in my room. I actually have an update on my car. I actually called them earlier and wasn't able to get through, so I was able to like kind of leave a message, and somebody called me back. And basically I just was calling to kind of like get an update on the car and see if it was going to be finished tonight, and if it wasn't going to be finished tonight, then I needed to take the steps to ensure that we could extend the rental that we had, and possibly get our room extended for one more night, which would have been tomorrow night if we would have had to stay. But my main concern was basically just trying to see if we could get the rental car extended. But they called back and said that the car will be ready tonight by the end of closing day for them, which is at 6 o'clock. So that actually makes me feel really, really good. So that means that either, depending on what time we go pick it up, that means we can actually go take the rental car back tonight, and then tomorrow we can just kind of go back into the flow of our regularly scheduled plan of leaving in the morning and heading to the Snellville area. So that's gonna be great. So hopefully we can do that. Brian's not even back yet. It's like 3:15. Yesterday I picked him up at 4 o'clock because that was what time he was finished yesterday. So I'm assuming today is gonna be the same. So that means he'll be here at 4:30. I'm hoping that they will call and say my car is ready, and then we can actually go over there and pick it up. So that is what I have been doing. I've also filmed my video today for the holiday gift guide for men. So I got that one done and out of the way, and that one will be posted next week. I also sat down and made the list for the stocking stuffer one, for the kid one, and for I'm gonna do like a travel one as well, I think. And I don't know if I should do kids. Let me know if I should do a kid one. I personally don't have kids, but I always find that buying kid gifts is a lot of fun. I like a lot of educational gifts. I like books and puzzles and games and type of thing like that, arts and crafts. So if you guys are interested in that, leave me a comment below. Say yes, you're interested in a kids holiday gift guide as well. And the other gift guide that I was curious to know if you guys would be interested in would be a travel holiday gift guide. You guys know that we travel a lot, and I have a lot of things that I think would be a great gift ideas for the person who travels a lot. So if that's something else that you guys would be interested in, please leave me a comment below. Let me know yes or no. And yeah, let's hopefully go get my car soon. Like I said, it's about 3:20 right now. So they close at 6 o'clock, so I'm guessing any time between now and then we should be getting my car. So I'm excited about that. The other thing that I was doing too was making my list for our Thanksgiving dinner at my house, which I'm hosting on November 19th. I was just kind of making a list and deciding if I wanted to make a full meal or if I just kind of wanted to do finger foods. And I decided that I'm gonna do a full meal. I want to do the whole kit and caboodle. I want to do turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, all that stuff. So I texted my sister, my niece Hannah, and Courtney. We all kind of have like a little group text going, and I said, please, please do not eat before you come to my house. Do not stop off at McDonald's. Do not do that. Come hungry. Only because I am buying a lot of food, and I'm gonna be making a lot of food, and I don't want anybody coming to the house that says, oh, I'm full, we already ate. It's like, no, that to me is just like, it's rude. It's so rude, especially with how expensive food is these days, and then how hard somebody worked to get all of it prepared, and then they don't come hungry because they already ate, knowing full well that it's gonna be a full meal. So hopefully they're listening and they won't eat, because that makes me mad. It's very like, it's disrespectful. So, but anyway, nonetheless, love you guys, but still. But yeah, other than that, that's it. I've never shared this like hotel room with you guys. We had the same exact room when we were here last year. It's just that it just flipped to the opposite. So like the bedroom was on that side and everything else. So flip-flop. It's a really great like room though. I will go ahead and just kind of quickly give a tour. Obviously you guys know we've already been here for like 2 nights, so everything isn't like up to par. But okay, so like right here is the door, and when you walk in the door, this is what you see. You see like a little like living space, and here's like a little counter and sink, which I have like a little towel out here because I like washed my knife that I brought with me, and then I kind of washed off my spoon because I only have one like spoon, so I like washed it off. But anyway, garbage is sitting over there because they don't come clean, and I just have a little bag of garbage. A little table over here. This is where I was doing some of my work and my makeup. Over here is a little couch, a little footstool, TV. That's where I have the suitcase. There's a little closet here, and I have like some of our clothes like hanging up in here in the closet. And then over here is the bedroom. And it actually has a TV in here as well, and a little dresser, and it's just a really nice, big, full bed, and it's very comfortable. And then over here is the bathroom, which is really nice too. Nice big size bathroom. I have everything kind of like organized here, all of my hair stuff, all of that stuff, emergency stuff. So everything's kind of like nicely organized here on the counter. And then over here is the shower area. And then right back around here is the front, right where you walk in again, right there. So it's just a really nice room. I like larger rooms, especially when we are staying for, you know, 3-4 days, because it's just a little bit spacious and I don't feel like I have to sit in my bed to watch TV, which is really nice. But yeah, this is a nice hotel. This is the Embassy Suites in Pooler, and I highly recommend it. When we stayed here before, I was like, yeah, we'll definitely stay there again. And we'll probably stay here again if we have to come back this way again sometime. But really nice. The area is nice too. Lots of shopping in this little area, but it's very, very, very busy. Lots and lots of traffic. So just prepare yourself if you're ever in this area, because it's like right off of 95. And in 4.5 hours from Disney, and that just like, so close. But anyway, that's it. I'm just gonna sit here and wait for Brian and hopefully get the call that my car is ready and I can go get it. So I will check back in with you guys a little bit later. Alrighty, so let me just quickly update you guys before I have to get on 95 again. We went and picked up my car. They said it was going to be ready by the end of today, by end of work day. And so we were waiting around and like 4:30 came, and it's like we are 30 minutes from the Mercedes dealership because we're all the way in Pooler. And so we waited and waited, nothing. So I told Brian, I'm like, you know what? We need to just leave. I said, because if they call us at 5:30 and say, oh, well, it's ready, but you guys can pick it up tomorrow morning. I'm like, I'm going to be mad because they should have kept calling us and letting us know. Anyway, long story short, so Brian and I got in the car, this one that I'm driving, and we drove to the Mercedes dealership and was told that it was done, but they hadn't done their test drive on it, even though when we walked in, the guy said they drove it. So I don't know. I was watching the mileage on it and nobody had moved it. So anyway, nonetheless, so he's like, you guys can you can take it without us doing the test drive on it to make sure that everything was legit. He goes, they did through all of the checks. They did all the checks on it and checked off on everything. The only thing the guy hadn't done was the test drive. And we're like, then you guys should have told us this. You could have called us and told us. That way we would have known not to drive out here, and we would have made the arrangements that we needed to make, the appropriate arrangements to come out here tomorrow and wait, like, you know, whatever, because we don't have a problem with that. We just needed to make the arrangements to extend this or whatever the case may be. So anyway, they let us take my car and literally said, if it doesn't work, if something happens, here's my card, call me immediately and we will come get it. We will tow it and we will bring it right back here. And we said, okay. And she's like, just call me. And I'm like, well, that's what I kind of wanted you guys to do, is kind of keep me updated on everything. So, you know, we knew that we didn't have to drive out here tonight if we didn't need to. So anyway, nonetheless, we have it back and they were fantastic. I mean, they went above and beyond to make sure that, you know, my car was fixed. It's something that is unprecedented for them to get the car in Monday and get it fixed by a Thursday night, because obviously this takes weeks. It takes time. You have to schedule and all that good stuff. So anyway, now Brian and I are gonna go drop the cars off at the hotel and we're gonna go grab a bite to eat. So that's what we're gonna go do. Alrighty guys, so I just quickly want to end the vlog from yesterday. It is the next morning, it is Friday morning, and we are actually headed to Athens, Georgia now, but we wanted to pack up the car, get that car cleaned out. We have to go fill it up and then go return it to the rental car place at the Savannah airport, which is just 5 minutes down the road. But I just wanted to end yesterday's vlog. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me yesterday. I totally appreciate it. Yeah, hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you guys in my next one, which will be a big one just after this. So.